My people, salute to everybody tuning in. Boxing for breakfast is about to go down in about a minute and 30 seconds. Stay with me, fellas. The show's gonna be fire today. The show is gonna be fire today. Bam! Bam! My peoples. My peoples. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. You guys know what we doing, man. We talking boxing. First of all, let me just say, man, it's a beautiful day. It doesn't matter if it's hot, cold, windy, snowy. If you up, if you breathing, it's a beautiful day. Thank you, God, for giving us another one. And let me just say, man, a shout out to everybody who's already in the building showing love. Psy, Toy Mafia, the Lunatic Libertarian, the letter M, Underrated Will, Salute Family, them and Fortis in the building, JJ's in their house. What's the deal, family? Fellas, you guys know how we get down. You guys know what we here to do. We here to talk boxing, and what a weekend of boxing we had, fellas. Look, man, first things first. Let's kick this show off with the monster, Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. I'll remind you guys, them for rain, sleet, hail, snow. That's right, baby, no matter the weather. Start off with the monster in Nakatani. Some of you may remember what I said before. I said, you know, Inoue would win this fight, but Nakatani, the best he faced, is going to make it a tough fight and is going to make it a competitive fight. There is not going to be no washing of Nakatani. That's the number 6 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And that's exactly the way that the fight played out. You saw that Naoya Inoue clearly won. This is no robbery or nothing crazy, right? He won the fight. But you saw that he had to be cautious. You didn't see those 5, 6, 7 hit combinations from the monster. Why? Because he had an opponent in front of him with real fast hands, real sharp. Also an opponent that will get hit and use that lateral movement, never stay in front of Inoue long enough to take, eat those long combinations. So Nakatani, obviously he got hurt bad late in the fight, got his orbital bone broken on the left side, I think. So listen, Nakatani is a great fighter. And by the way, you guys may recall that I told you this fight was going the distance. I told you. I was like, nah. These are two elite level fighters at their best. And now he showed. He showed that he's special. He showed that he's the monster, my people. He truly is a monster. Come on, my peoples. And look, there's still going to be haters. You have to understand that. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be someone try to talk down his resume, who don't want to acknowledge how good the guy is. But look at who he beat. Look, the number 6 pound-for-pound fighter in the world in Junto Nakatani, who's now number 7. So Naoya Inoue is a fighter who showed us that he belongs at the top, that he's one of the best in the world. Now, here's the interesting thing about this, right? We watched the fight, good sportsmanship from both fighters. I love to see that at the end of a fight. But then what's next? Before we get to what's next, I want to go here. My peoples, I told you this was going to happen. I said, fellas, if Naoya Inoue beat Junto Nakatani, he's going to be number 1 on the pound-for-pound list. Why? Because look at the win he just got. Meanwhile, Alexander Usyk is going to fight Rico, the kickboxing dude. Come on. This guy got 1 professional fight in his entire career of boxing match. So this is a cherry pick. While Usyk is getting himself a nice little cherry pick. Some people say he deserves it. Cool story. But the monster is still fighting at the highest level and just beat a pound-for-pound fighter. I knew he was going to be ranked number 1. Well, no. Let me be honest. I didn't know they was going to rank him number 1. But I said to me, after that performance, Naoya Inoue was the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You got to give it to him. They gave it to him. They understood it. But what is next for the monster? Bam! Bam! I didn't realize I've been saying Bam's name this whole time. Bam! So Bam Rodriguez expressed interest in Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue also expressed that interest. And then you have Eddie Hearn, who expressed interest as well. So it seems like all parties involved want to make this fight happen. Bam already spoke about if the fight is offered, he's going to take it, and he's willing to do it anywhere. So if they tell him, yo, Bam, we want you to go fight the monster in Japan, he's going to do it. And I'm going to put it to you like this very moment. The fact that Bam said, I want this fight and I'll take it anywhere. And you guys know Inoue will be the A side. There's no getting around it. Inoue is the A side. That fight's going to happen in Japan. Bam is going to, I'm telling you, Bam is going to have to go, because that's a super fight. That's a mega fight. Bam is going to have to go to the Tokyo Dome and take it from Inoue over there. Because Saudi Arabia, that will make it a neutral site. Nah, it ain't going to be no neutral site for this one. It's going to be in Japan. And Bam is going to have to go over there and be more special than he ever been in his life. The lunatic libertarian, Robert Garcia, Boxing Academy, ain't no joke. They working hard. But Robert Garcia, he's been working with world champions for how many years at this point? Them before, Bam will need a knockout. Honestly, I don't think he'll need a knockout, but he'll need to dominate the championship rounds. Because look, here's what we have to understand about this fight. This one plays out just like Inoue and Nakatani. I'm not saying that it'll have the same type of action. It could be more action-packed. They could trade more leather. But what I mean is that it'll be a competitive fight. It'll be closer. They'll go back and forth. And this is the type of fight that may go down to the championship rounds. And if Bam is able to clearly win those rounds, he could win the fight on the cards. Santiago, that alone is a bad man. That was first I see him past weekend. He's a monster. A monster, bro. Them and four to win in Japan. JJ's in there. Plus his dad also, Jay Smith. They're a family. They're a fighting family. The lunatic libertarian. Inoue will be the smaller guy versus Bam. Inoue is still a dog. Hand speed and foot speed, that fight is crucial. The lunatic libertarian, I don't know about all that, Inoue being the smaller guy versus Bam. Because you have to understand, Bam is going to be making his debut at 118, and Inoue just beat a pound-for-pound fighter at 122. Bam was fighting at 112 this year. So a guy that's fighting at 112 and a guy that's already champion at 122, I don't know about Bam being the bigger guy. I don't know about all that. Demon Ford, he might get done like Cool Boy. Ooh. I don't think so. Because Bam is better than Cool Boy. And I got respect for Cool Boy. I like his style. He can fight. But nah. I say Bam does a lot better than Cool Boy versus Naoya Inoue. Underrated Will. Will Fulton fought in Japan, got knocked out by Inoue. He got knocked out. You're right about that. But Bam Rodriguez is not Stephen Fulton, bro. JJ's in there has the monster. It's bigger, man. Naturally, I don't know how you got that. How you figure that Bam is the bigger guy. To fight Inoue, he's having to move up multiple weight classes. Pass the track, salute family. Bam. The letter M. I hope Bam beats the shit out of Inoue. The lunatic libertarian. Fulton made Philly look silly in Japan. Pass the track, what's up? Salute family. Bam. Look, man, I'm going to say, Fulton, I don't know, man. The way that fight played out, he got pummeled so bad. I would have thought that he was going to be able to push Inoue a little bit more. Side, Bam got all the skills for the jab. Look, I've said this before. To me, Bam Rodriguez, in and around Inoue's weight class, is probably the only guy that could beat him. Probably the only one. Then, of course, if he moves up, Tszyu Carrington got a chance to. Bam and Tszyu. Then I don't see nobody else even having a chance. Teach. I'm giving Inoue the edge. But it's a good fight. Inoue is just faster than Bam. In both hand speed and movement. Bam is good with angles. Them and four. If Bam gets out on the monster, he's the man. The lunatic libertarian. Bam at 5'4". Inoue is supposedly 5'5". Mickey Rourke. Bam is the first complete boxer Inoue will face. The most deadliest. Now, he's definitely not the first complete boxer. No. For sure not. He might be, the thing is that Inoue fights in these lower weight classes. Think about it. Most of us can't name hardly anybody I know 112, 108. He's fought in weight classes that we just don't know the people there. But that's not fair to say that because he's fought a lot of top level guys. A lot of high level guys. You got to think about it. At this point, Inoue has been fighting either world champions or former world champions or guys that are, the highest ranked in the divisions for years and years, bro. At the very top. The lunatic libertarian. We all know these heights are fake as... Yeah, that's facts. The height be fake as hell, bro. Fake as hell. You be seeing that they supposedly be a certain height, and when they're in the face-off, like, if they're barefoot, if they're wearing slippers and shit like that, they be looking about the same height. You're like, damn, but this dude's supposed to be like 3 inches taller. The letter M. Bam ain't Nakatani. He gonna come for Inoue and dish out combos, catching him. See, one thing about Bam is that he'll settle into a rhythm fast. You remember, Nakatani, he pretty much gave up those first 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds, Nakatani barely did anything. He gave those up. And then he started to pick up the pace and landed some good shots. But he took too long to get started. For him to get in rhythm and firing back and countering, and it took him too long. Bam Rodriguez ain't going to give up a single round. The thing about Bam, and I love that about him, and you see that in great fighters. If you catch him with a hard shot, he's trying to retaliate immediately. He's not going to let you sit with that thought in your mind that I got you. He's going to return fire aggressively. Make it work. Bam is a whole nother level. Pause the track. They've been faking height for years. Tyson used to say he was 6 foot. And he was like 5'10". Yeah, Mike Tyson's 5'10". So, fellas, there you have it. We might end up getting Bam Rodriguez versus Naoya Inoue. I think that fight could happen late this year or early next year. But with all parties expressing interest in this showdown, it looks like it's going to happen, my peoples. The letter M. How tall did you say you was, Jay? 5'5". 5'5". Supposedly, I may know his height. But I read somewhere that shit was capped. That he like 5'2", 5'3". Mickey Rourke. Did you give your thoughts on Uzi versus the karate guy Rico? We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that. But first, you guys see what the monster did. But we got to talk about what the Mexican monster did. Whoa, my peoples. The letter M, it look 5 feet flat, bro. He looks small as hell. I don't believe that he's 5'5". I really don't believe it, bro. Guys, did you see the Mexican monster and what he did to Tszyu Ramirez? What a beating. Gave him the beating of a lifetime. beat him up. Where's the people that said Tom was gonna beat the people that said this kid is gonna beat Benavidez, Jai Upataya? Where's the people who said that? Benavidez will beat the crap out of Jai. Beating of a lifetime too. But before we get to all that, I want to give you a quick reminder of what we spoke about the day of the fight in the morning and the day before the fight and what exactly I said. So I've been saying that Benavidez was going to knock Cotto out. But the day before the fight, when I saw the weigh-in, I was like, oh, shit, wait a minute. Cotto looking big as hell. Cotto looked huge. And that made me hesitant, but I still saw Benavidez winning the fight. What a beatdown, my people. Gave Cotto the beating of a lifetime. Whoa, joking. Bam, salute family. An epic ass whooping. And by the way, after giving Cotto that beating, Benavidez moved up in the pound for pound list. But you see the type of beat down that the Mexican monster dished out. Whoa, my peoples. The beating of a lifetime. You gotta be honest with yourself. Santiago Benavidez, for sure a monster. His hands are way faster. He punishing Ramirez. For sure, he ain't no joke. The thing is about the Mexican monster that his hands are too fast for his size. He got the hand speed of a motherfucking welterweight. Claymore Rain, salute family, bam. Now we can't do that. They gotta fight. Side, Cotto big for nothing. The lunatic libertarian. Size matters when you know how to use it. Pause. Posture check. If you can sneak in an elbow, I'm all for it. You in a fight. Yup, Jay. That kid got fast hands. The hands is too fast. The hand speed for all of his opponents in the division is not even fair. Underrated well. David did get an elbow in. I'm going to say that elbow, it could happen. Unintentional. He punched, boom. And he was literally going like that. Literally the whole swing like this. So it happens. They was in close range. He didn't stop Cotto because of the elbow. The stoppage was coming. You don't forget that Cotto had already voluntarily took a knee from the beating right before that. Took a knee from the beating before that. So what you think was going to happen? That's the reality. It was headed in that direction, elbow or not. Joe Ken, David already has his son working on hand speed. Hell yeah, you see that little boy? Big boss Benavidez gotta be the new face of boxing with that type of performance. He's gonna be gunning for that. Look, I said it before. There's a group of fighters that are gonna be gunning for that next face of boxing spot. And it's gonna be David Benavidez, Jerome Bruce Ennis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, potentially Tank Davis. I said Jerome Bruce Ennis, right? Potentially Tank Davis as well. That group right there, they're going to be gunning for that spot. Because you have to understand, he beat Cotto Ramirez. Impressive fashion, right? So his one fight this year, he beat Cotto. But Shakur's one fight this year, he beat Teofimo. Teofimo way more accomplished than Cotto. So whether you like it or not, this is a great win. It's not a bigger win than Shakur beating Tito, which is why Shakur's at number 3, Benavidez at number 5. So it's a win that brings him down on the pound for pound list. But let's see what's next for Shakur and let's see what's next for Benavidez. You saw Usyk drop down on the list from number 1 to number 2 because he's going to be fighting Rico. He's going to be fighting a karate guy. That's why. Claymore reign. Turkey got to get involved. I understand the Mitri fight gets him undisputed and a lineal championship, but open tire is the true test. So here's the deal, Claymore. He said that he wants to fight, and this made sense. He said that he wants to fight Bivol and Benavidez first, because while he does that, Jai Opetaia could raise his profile. Because it's true, people don't know him. Like, we boxing fans know him, but the general public doesn't know Jai Opetaia like that. So, in the year that it takes for Benavidez to do those 2 fights, Jai Opetaia could also be, raising his profile. So if Benavidez does beat those 2 opponents like he's planning on it, Bivol and Benavidez, then he goes back up and fight Jai Opetaia, who at that point already has made a bigger name for himself. That makes sense. They both young enough that people don't even think about this. Benavidez is only 28 years old, bro. I don't even know if he turned 29 yet. Benavidez young, my people. He a young dude. And Jai Opetaia, matter of fact, here's the funny thing about this. Jai Opetaia, I think, is older than Benavidez. Isn't he 30 already? Yeah, check. Somebody Google Jai Opetaia's age. Isn't he 30? So, they could wait. The fight don't got to be made right now. But I'm telling you, David Benavidez is going to beat him up. Beat him up. Joe Kim, only Canelo fans are supporting the elbow conspiracy. I mean, the elbow conspiracy stuff is like, I just find it funny, to be honest. To me, that's like not even a topic of conversation. I ain't even got nothing to say about that. D-Rocker, when is Brandon Lee next fight? I'm not sure. Are you talking about Bruce Lee's son? Claymore Rain, I hear you. That's legit. I just hope don't nobody fumble the bag, man. That would suck. They gotta keep working. They gotta keep doing what they supposed to do. Jesse Benavidez versus Bivol is the fight to make, my G. I like that fight. I want to see Benavidez fight Bivol. I really like that fight. And I want to see him in there with Benavidez too. Big boss. Elbow was unintentional, clearly unintentional. Joe Ken, I want to make sure we're not talking about Bruce Lee's son. He gone. Claymore Rain, Brandon Lee, Zuffa fighter now. Okay. The Blue Baron, David Benavidez versus Bivol. What we need. See, we need that fight. The Hydro Grind, Benavidez stops Bivol. Ooh, wait a minute. The Dimitri Bivol ain't never been stopped. He went 12 rounds with Benavidez twice. Not easy to stop him. And I'm going to tell you like this. You know what makes Bivol so hard to stop him? He got that elite level footwork. In those divisions up there, not a lot of fighters can hang with Bivol like that. So Benavidez will catch you with a few of those shots, but Bivol moving to the left, to the right, the quick step back. Bivol movement, the head movement, the waist movement, the footwork is crazy. He don't stand in front of you long enough for you to unload like that on. Not like that. Claymore Rain and Benavidez beat Bivol. Do we give him top 3 pound for pound? Ooh, that's a great question. So, for us to give him top 3 pound for pound, we have to see who the top 3 pound for pound guys are fighting. That's what we got to look at. Because if any of them is getting himself a cherry pick, we got to look at the top 4, right? Because for him to take Bam out of there, if he beat Bivol and Bam beat the monster, you're not going to take him down. If anything, Bam might move up for taking Inoue out. Bam will move up. If Bam beat the monster, he will move up. So Benavidez is not going to take him down. So those top 3 guys, you got to beat somebody that's better than who they beat for you to overthrow them. Pasatrap, Benavidez is just mean too. I see why they call him the monster. Because he's trying to hurt people. He's trying to inflict bodily harm, baby. Bodily harm. Look, I'm going to tell you one little special talent that Benavidez has. A lot of fighters don't have this, my peoples. This is a special talent. I promise you. Let's say we're fighting, right? Going back and forth. Bam, 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 right? Only a few fighters that are at the top can exchange with you and get hit with a real hard shot and recoil with their own 2-3 piece combo on you. I'm talking about you hit them real hard, right? Boom! And they go like that. After taking that hit, boom, boom, boom! Most fighters cannot do that. Even in this fight with Tszyu, there were moments where Benavidez ate a hard shot and right there returned a 3-piece combo. Boom, boom, boom! Hard as hell. It's almost impossible to beat a fighter like that. They make you hesitate because you like, damn, when I hit him, he crushing me. How I hit you, and you crushing me with your punches right after. So you get hesitant. Now you don't even hit as hard as you can because you want to defend yourself from what's coming back at you. And Benavidez has that talent, bro, that he could get hit, boom, boom, boom. And it's almost like you didn't hit him. It's almost like you hit a robot. And that robot is programmed. It has a sensor that as soon as you touch it, it's going to pop, pop, pop. Dish out a 3-hit combo. It's going to give you the chicken wing, the biscuit, the drumstick, no soda. Soda got left out to dry. JJ's in the house. 44 people in the building, 26 likes. My peoples, we've been going at it for an hour. 26 likes is diabolical. The snake hating and ghost watching is crazy. Claymore Rain. If Shakur fight Morataya for a third lineal, does that keep him over Benavidez, who beat #1 pound for pound B-Ball? That may keep him over Benavidez simply because Benavidez at #5 right now, and Shakur's at #3. So Shakur get that type of win, that might be good enough to bring Benavidez from #5 to #4, and not overtake Shakur, who got another accomplishment, and it's more accomplished than Benavidez. So those 2 wins, one might bring Benavidez down, but not over Shakur. I'm telling you, for you to take out the top 3, they gotta get themselves a cherry pick, or you gotta win in a mega fight when they beating an average guy. But if you're beating, top level guys, lineal champion, world champion, it's hard to take them down. You gotta accomplish a crazy feat. Johnny, David is a mark. B-Boy's gonna win like Canelo said. He hasn't fought nobody. Pasatrap, Benavidez will put Canelo in a nursing home. I want to tell you guys something about that, man. We saw Benavidez give sort of the beating of a lifetime. But there's something that I want to bring up to you guys, and I really want to hear your opinion about it. So right now, we see that David Benavidez's path looks like it could be Jai Opetaia or Dimitri Bivol. Now, why Jai Opetaia? Simple. Look at this right here. Benavidez in the cruiserweight rankings is the #1 fighter. You see Tszyu Pataya, he's the champion. Benavidez is right there. Right there you see David Benavidez with the #1 ranking after giving sort of a beating of a lifetime. So, basically he could fight one of these two guys next, potentially. Could be Tszyu Pataya, could be Dimitri Bivol. But I want to tell you guys something that I think is real funny about Yamazinum. Yamazinum is funny. Yamazinum is funny. I'm going to tell you why. So, His Excellency Turki Alalshikh won Benavidez to fight to fight Alexander Usyk. Interesting. Interesting. He want him to move up all the way to heavyweight and fight this guy. Very interesting. What exactly does Turki want? Why does he want Benavidez to move up to heavyweight? Now I'm going to show you something else that I want you guys to consider. Right? I want you to take it into consideration. That was Turki expressing interest in Terence Crawford moving up to fight Benavidez. I want you to think about it. He want Benavidez to move up to fight the bigger guy in Usyk at heavyweight. He wanted Terence Crawford to move up to fight Benavidez. He was interested in that too, right? The American guys. He want the American guys, the champions, to move up and fight bigger men. Cool, all right. You want them to fight the big guys. You want them to prove that they're the best. But with Hamza Shiraz, you want him to fight midget Canelo. Why you don't tell Hamza Shiraz to go fight Benavidez? Why you don't tell Hamza Shiraz to move up to heavyweight and challenge one of the heavyweights? Hamza Shiraz, you want him to fight short-ass Canelo Alvarez. Why you don't tell him to fight Benavidez? He could go to 175 and fight David Benavidez over there. So you want the American fighters to fight the bigger guys in a bigger division. But you want Hamza Shiraz to fight short Canelo Alvarez. Maybe it's a coincidence and I'm bugging out. You know, I be bugging out sometimes, I guess. Maybe I'm tripping. But it's like, damn, you asking these guys, move up, fight the bigger guy. You too, move up, fight the bigger guy. Hamza Shiraz, you deserve Canelo. Yes, you deserve Canelo. God damn. Why we can't keep the same energy? And send Shiraz to move up and fight some big dude over there. The letter M. I got a solution. Benavidez versus Berlanga. Damn, why you want to get Berlanga killed? Killed? Mickey Rourke. He's licking his chops to make way for the upcoming Saudi fighters. Watch. Mark my words. Claymore reign. Vested interest. Shiraz represents Saudi's best. Without a doubt, he will move Shiraz more strategically. But you see? He'll be the one to say, no, we don't want those type of fights. We only want these type of fights. Oh, but with your mans in them, we moving different. So people need to see that. I see that. I see how you ain't asking Shiraz, yo, Shiraz, go to heavyweight and fight Dubois. Go to heavyweight and fight, tell Shiraz to go fight Itama. Go ahead. Yo, Shiraz, go fight Itama. That's a fight I want to see. The lunatic libertarian Shiraz next to Zuffa. I wouldn't be surprised. He down with their team. The hydrograph Jay Smith. Benavidez has more accomplishments than Shakur professionally. No, he does not. No, he does not. He hasn't won titles in more weight class. He hasn't unified in more weight classes. He hasn't been Ring Magazine champion in like, how do you figure that he's more accomplished than Shakur? What accomplishments are you counting? Of course he is. Shakur's a 4th division champion, bro. And it's a unified champion right now at 140. What's a unified champion at 135? What, like, nah. You took a guess, the Hydro Grind, and you guessed way wrong, bro. Benavidez is not more accomplished. Big Boss Itama slaves Shiraz. Brutally. Hamza is Pakistani, though. He's their peoples. You don't know Hamza Shiraz and Carlos Adames. Saif says they Muslim brothers. There you have it. That's his brother right there. You know, take care of him. Clearly taking care of him. He want to get him the Canelo bag and the Canelo opportunity to beat Canelo. But I want to see him having that energy with all the champions, not just with some. Where you want to take this guy and push him up weight classes and make him fight the best all the way up there. Come on. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. That's the one thing that I don't like that Turki be doing. He want to be a matchmaker. And he a matchmaker like a fanboy. Like a super fan, like a boxing super fan. Because what fans you see calling for David Benavidez to move up to heavyweight Usyk? You don't see Benavidez calling for that fight. You don't see Usyk for that fight. You don't see the fans calling for that fight. We understand that, like, damn, we're not gonna push you to go to heavyweight. If you're ready, if you feel like you want to do it, I'm rocking with you. I'm not pushing you to go there. Turki just come out of the blue. Yeah, I want him to fight heavyweight, man. Shut the fuck up. Oh, fuck up. Fuck is you talking about? Don't know shit about boxing. Underrated Will side. True. Big layup. Come on, man. They take care of each other. But Turki taking care of his mans in him. He trying to get him that Canelo payday. He trying to get him in the Canelo sweepstake. And I want to tell you guys something. Terrence Crawford has shown that he a real G. He a G, my peoples. You know why? Look. Terrence Crawford has declined an offer from Turki to fight Canelo Alvarez. You guys saw that he was at the fight. They try to ask him. Turki try to, what's up with the Canelo, blah, blah, blah. Nah. You see, so in a way, towards Crawford, Turki's being mad disrespectful, babe. Mad disrespectful. Like, this dude done told you he retired. This dude did a retirement party. It's already working on other business ventures. And you still out there talking about, oh, we want to see you with, we want to see you with Canelo again. We want to see you with Canelo. Man, shut the fuck up. Getting tired of Turki bullshit, thinking that he could just control people. We want to see you with, man, shut the fuck up. I don't care who the fuck you want to see him cross. He done told your goofy ass he retired. What are we doing? It's like somebody that used to, in their personal life, getting everything their way, getting everything the way they want it. So when they get a no, they think they could just keep pressing. Eddie. I'm tired of his goofy ass shit, man, for real. Claymore Rain, Benavidez gonna get at least 50 amps for that, though. But like I said, the fight is Jai Opataya. Let's have it in Allegiant Stadium, Cali. Got the Samoans and Mexicans. Start building it now. That's a big fight. That's a huge fight. I just think it's gonna be like a year before we get that Claymore because of what Benavidez said. You know, Benavidez was specific about targeting those two fighters first. And it's not just that he was specific about targeting those two fighters first. There's something that Benavidez said the day before the fight that caught my attention. He was like, he's calling me out. He was Zuffa. I don't care about that belt. I want to fight for that shit. So, well, you know, when Jai Opetaia decided to sign with Zuffa Boxing, just like Conor Benn and anybody else, they went to that side of the street. We don't know if we ever gonna see them dudes, bro, fighting anybody for a real world title until it happens. So far, we've seen them get stripped and vacate real titles, with Jai Opetaia being stripped of the IBF and who was it? Richardson Hitchens vacated. We've seen that happen. So honestly, I don't feel like that's going to happen anytime soon. I think it'll take time before they can work that out. A Zuffa fighter making a fight with somebody that's signed with PBC, somebody that's signed with Golden Boy, with Matchroom. It's going to take some time to actually make that fight happen. And I think that fight will become more possible when Zuffa bring their game up and when they willing to let their fighters go and fight in somebody else's platform. Because I'm telling you, Benavidez will never fight on Zuffa. There's zero chance of that happening. There's some fighters that they got no interest in going over there. Benavidez is one of those. So is Dana White going to say, Jai Opetaia, go fight them on Amazon Prime? Or if it's a Golden Boy fighter, go fight them on the Zone. It's a lot of details that got to be worked on for those fights to be made. The letter and Benavidez should stay put. That Zuffa belt up and take that shit. Claymore Ray, I'm with you. A year is good. We got to start marketing Jai Opetaia now. Get him on WWE with The Rock. Get him in front of these cameras. A year from now, we lit. So I like that idea, but here's the problem, bro. Here's the problem, Claymore Rain. I heard it from Eddie Hearn himself in a video that he posted. Jai Opetaia, his personality, the way that he just is, he don't talk. He the type of person that he don't talk like that. Eddie Hearn says in all these years, the only conversations that I ever had with him was short conversations about how he's going to beat his next opponent up. He's going to beat him up. He's going to crush him. Going to knock him out. That's it. Never had a conversation about anything. And Eddie Hearn seen him for years. So Jai Opetaia just doesn't seem to have that personality that, you know, he could get in the camera and act for a commercial or you know, host a little show or so, or do stuff to put himself out there. He don't have that type of personality. Or at least that's what it looks like. Make you wrong. If it was Benavidez, I wouldn't want to touch that nasty Zuffa belt. Jayas and theirs. Please, no ghost watching. Hit the like button and subscribe. Man, a lot of ghost watching in 2026, my peoples. The sneak hating and ghost watching, we done with it. Hit the like button. Claymore Rain. The fight will be on Ring. Big boss. Nobody gonna want to fight for that Zuffa belt. So I'm gonna be honest. To say nobody is an exaggeration. Because right now, there's a lot of guys that want to fight for that belt. Zuffa has a roster of over 70 fighters. And a lot of them, all of them, want to eventually climb up for the possibility of that belt. And they've already signed some names, some people that we're familiar with, a couple of stars. So little by little, Zuffa's gonna work their way in up until the point, and this is when they're really gonna have their big explosion, when they have two stars facing each other on a Zuffa card. They're a long ways from that because they got Jai Opataya, but who's gonna fight Jai? They brought in Conor back. Look, they had to bring in Regis to fight him. Regis not a Zuffa fighter. Who's Conor back gonna fight? So that's the thing. They have fighters already, some names, but they don't have enough to have two big names fight each other. Eventually, that's gonna happen. When that does happen, Zuffa's profile is gonna go up expeditiously. Claymore Rain. Oh no, Mickey Rourke. If anybody played Undisputed, the video game, the Zuffa belt is the equivalent of the side purple belt. Jay is not exactly Jay Smith. Now wait, you're the A side. Claymore Rain, and trust me, it will be promoted by Zuffa, just like Terrence and Canelo. Watch. Positron. How will they ever get that management BS figured out? That's the magic question right there. That's the magic question. The Hydro Grind, Zuffa won't survive. Nah, I think they will. They'll be the other side of the street. I mean, bro, you got to think about it, the Hydro Grind. TKO survived. Misfits survived. All these other boxing leagues survived. Why would Zuffa not survive when they put in more money and already bringing in names? That doesn't make any sense that they would not. Damn Ford. They saying Bailey is going to get chopped up by Canelo. I'm not so sure. So I'm going to tell you like this. In that fight, Bailey represents a challenge because he's strong. He's a strong fighter. But I want you to take this into consideration, man. And Bailey's style is perfect for Canelo. That's the type of fighter that he likes to fight. What has given Canelo problems throughout his career is the guys with the footwork. Is the guys that bounce around. Is the guys that make him chase. Because he can't cut the ring to save his life. And Bailey don't do none of that stuff. And Bailey's the type of fighter who's going to stand right in front of you and bang it out. That's right up Canelo's alley. And let me also point out, and Billy's not exactly a defensive guru. He get hit. He's the type of fighter who's going to try to out-tough you. He's going to outgun you. That's perfect for Canelo. That's what he wants. That's exactly what Canelo Alvarez wants. He wants you to go in so he could do his thing on the inside. He could do his little body snatching work on the inside on your ass. And then later on start teeing off in your dome piece when you're trying to block your right and your left rib that already hurting you. That's what he do. And Billy got the perfect style to walk right into Canelo. Because especially at this stage in his career, Canelo Alvarez need his opponents to cooperate with him. He need the guys that want to be right there. He don't want the people that he's going to have to chase him around. Stand right here, cooperate, man. Stay right here with me and trade. Let's make this type of fight. And Bailey's perfect for that. So, and Bailey could make it interesting. But think about it. And Bailey's strong. He hits hard. True. And he can fight. But does anybody in here really honestly believe that Bailey is a better boxer than Canelo? Because it's going to go to that. It's going to go to that. It's not going to be about, boom, one punch you out of there. No, it's going to go to who's the better boxer, who nicer, who more skilled. So, the reality is, that this is a great fight for Canelo to win. Sorry, and Billy got that caveman style. Mr. Phipps, Canelo is definitely the better boxer. Damn for if he gets him Billy out, respect will be restored. I'm trying to tell you, and Billy is a great fighter to make people respect Canelo. Like if people been down because he lost his last fight and all of that, and Billy, it's a great win for him to say, look, I'm still performing at the highest level. Because that's the thing. And Billy's clearly no cherry. He's not a cherry pick. He's not a bum. He's not an average fighter. So if Canelo can go in there and wash him or beat him up and beat him convincingly, you got to respect him. You got to be like, damn, Canelo's still performing at the highest level. You got to respect him. And then let's see what's next. Who he's going to fight. Mr. Phipps. It'll be a good fight. I expect it to. I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks. In fact, I think a fight is going to break out early. Because Billy's going to try to apply pressure in the first round. And guess what? Canelo's going to return fire. Canelo's going to return fire. Because he's not going to fight you. You know what makes this an explosive fight? The same thing that made Tszyu versus Benavidez an explosive fight. Canelo's a guy who can use his footwork if he wants to attack you, to go forward. But he ain't using no footwork to move around and bounce around on his toes and have you chasing him. He's not about to be doing that. And neither is Billy. So what happens in a fight like that? It eventually turns into a slugfest. They end up trading nasty leather. That's where this is headed. That's where this whole situation is headed, right here. Mickey Rourke and Billy has what it takes to spark Canelo for the first time. But even after Billy, where does Lesser stand? Does he have to go against the young lion too? So look, man, I seen an interview where Bo Mack said that Lester Martinez will put the beats on Canelo, that they feel comfortable with that. But I don't think Lester will ever get that fight. Honestly, I don't think he'll get that fight. Canelo has a few fights left in his career, and I believe he's going to be very cautious about who he chooses, who gets those opportunities. Fellas, did y'all see what Tank Davis said to Floyd Schofield Pops? You gonna get your son knocked off. You owe the F word, my peoples. And he a biatch. And you see Schofield Pops talk about, nah, we just want the opportunity to share the ring with the champ and all of that. But Tank be tripping. Tank be tripping. In 2026, you hitting somebody up with the F word, don't you know that shit will get your whole life canceled? But I don't know about all that. I'm not even going to say nothing, man, because Tank shouldn't even be saying that when he's been accused of having a little sugar in his tank. Track, tiny looking surgery with that pink hanky on. The lunatic libertarian Floyd Schofield Sr. is goofy as F. Shackle hands, yes, can't use that word. Tank painted fingernails, etc. I mean, come on, man. You got a purse, a little outfit, looking like Pikachu. Come on, man. Then you be doing them little dances where you slapping your hips. Come on, Tank. Teach, I have no issues with that text. Well, look, I'm going to put it to you like this. That text could get a lot of people fired, could get a lot of people to lose their job, but Tank know that Floyd Schofield Sr. is not going to take no action against them because obviously he trying to get that back. He trying to get that fight. But a text like that, you calling somebody the F word, yo, that person could post that shit on social media and half your life be over within a few days. You lost your job, your wife left you, your kids hate you, your life is over, bro, for posting some shit like that. The lunatic libertarian. Kid Austin versus Shakur not happening. Made them look goofy as F, yeah. You know, to me, what made them look real goofy is that they said the fight didn't happen because they got sick, right? But after they got better, they never try to make it happen. They never say, yeah, we want to make that fight happen. We good now. So it looked like it was cap. And I'm going to remind y'all that during the entire training camp for that fight, all Shakur kept saying, just don't pull out. Just don't pull out. Y'all remember that? Shakur kept posting it too. Yeah, y'all took that fight. Just make sure you don't pull out. Damn, bro. That's exactly what they did. They pulled out. So, Shakur saw it coming in a way. He was like, damn, I really want to bait his ass, but they might pull out on me. They did it. Jay is announced the way Tank dance. He has a half tank of sugar. That's when I started to wonder, damn, does Tank got sugar in his tank? Y'all seen that shit he was doing? Y'all seen that dance he was doing? He was like, what the fuck was that, bro? What? Pause? God damn. What the fuck was that shit? Nah. I ain't never seen no man dancing like that, bro. I never seen it. Never seen it in my life. But I digress. And so he dancing like that, and then he calling people the F word? I don't know, man. I don't know what you hiding, bro. Underrated Will. Baltimore dances. Nah, that shit ain't no Baltimore dance, bro. Hell no. Teach. It's a trend for the youngin'. Nah, man. I ain't never seen nobody else dancing like that. Why I ain't never seen nobody else slapping their hips like that? Tell me that. Mickey Rourke. Tank will sleep majority of people saying he got sugar in his tank. I mean, you do realize that a gay person could sleep you, right? You realize that a trans woman could sleep you. That is still the strength of a man. Still the fist of a man punching you. So having a little sugar in his tank won't stop him from knocking anybody out. Mickey Rourke, that's for sure. Be more dance, J. Smith. The letter M. Tank is not a youngin' though. You see? Underrated Will. It's a song. They do that dance. Nah, bro, but I just seen them doing that. I just seen them doing those little dance. Okay, so it's a song, they do that dance. So when they do that dance, do they all get in short little spandex underwear to do that dance? That's how they do it? They get shirtless and put little booty shorts on and start doing it? Tell me that. That's right. I don't know. I don't know, man. Whatever he into, I don't judge him. I don't judge him. I don't judge nobody. Do what you want to do with your life and enjoy what you want to enjoy. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I got a feeling something is there. Plus, look, I'm going to tell you something interesting. I know somebody, right, that married a man, and when they was married for mad years, that man ended up dumping her for a woman. For another man. He dumped her for another man. Right? So then that's it. Ever since he got with a man, that's it. Dude been part of the rainbow life forever. That's it. He never went back with women. But what's crazy about it is, before he got with a man that he used to be with women, He used to be beating their ass. Stay beating their ass. Yo, when he left the chick for the dude, when the shit hit the fan, she found him with the dude. She tried to hit the dude that was with him, and when she hit him, he beat her ass. Beat her ass for his dude. And left with his dude, and that's it. They live happily ever after. But the point is that I'm trying to tell you, men that be in the closet, in order for you to not know that they in the closet, what they do, they get themselves a woman. They get themselves a shorty. So that you could say, nah, he not that. Look, he got girls. He even got kids. Man, you don't know how many motherfuckers got married and got their side dude on the low. Married, got wife, got kids, got a whole family, and got the side dude on the low that they meet up with in the hotel. But people were like, nah, he can't be gay. He got a wife. That don't mean shit. So all I'm saying is, to me, it's suspicious. You know, that Tank doing all these little dances, shaking his ass. And how many situations he already been involved with women, where he apparently, was involved in some physical altercation. So I don't know. I don't know if it's that internal anger, like, damn, I gotta be with this chick, let me beat her ass at least. Since she ain't gonna be able to beat my ass like I want to. Pause. Mickey Rourke. That Tank hate is real. You're above this J-string. I'm suspicious. It's not hate. Why? Look, why me being suspicious of certain things is a hate? So I should lie if it's suspicious to me? Why do you categorize it as hate? Because I'm not making anything up. I haven't said anything that you could say is a lie. Did he do a dance that made him look fruity? Yes. Is he dancing in his little underwear, his little booty shorts? Yes. Does that look like he's a rainbow type of person? Yes. Did Floyd Mayweather say that he got sugar in his tank? Yes. That made me wonder. I haven't said anything hateful. I'm just saying what I've seen, and when I put it all together, it look like Tank may have a little sugar in his tank. And I'm not judging him for that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me see. What about this? One of them stripper chicks, or one of them chicks out there come out and say, yeah, I be pegging him. When we got together, I was pegging him every time. What would you say then? The letter, I'm calling it as we see it. Call it how I see it. Mickey Rourke, with the evidence we have, what proof do we have to say he put hands on women? Because that video don't show. What video? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the video that he's dragging the girl out of the basketball court, or the video that he's dragging the girl out of the strip club? Which one? Which dragging the girl out video are you talking about? Because it seems like you don't understand that dragging somebody out against their will is categorized as putting your hands on them. Don't understand that, right? You grab somebody and they say, please, no, and you still take them out, that's actually called putting your hands on them. But I guess you need a slow motion video of him punching somebody in the nose or something like that. I don't know what you want to see. Side, the wife a human punching bag. Underrated will. Yes, it is something wrong with that. The lunatic libertarian, oh my God. Side, pegging is crazy. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. My man's getting pegged with a 10-inch joint. Shackle hands, they hating on comments by not reading them. Mr. Phipps, you're reaching. The letter M, Tank Diddy. Or is it Diddy Tank? Positrack. Kidnapping too. I mean, I don't know what else you want. My man's watched a kidnapping on a kidnapping in progress on cameras Nah, he didn't do nothing. We don't got proof. It's just a kidnapping. Make it right. But ain't no female came out and said anything like that. A rapper just got put on blast. Now, we ain't talking about, oh, for that pegging shit. If that's happening, it would have been on Front Street. Come on, man. By the time that rapper got put on blast for pegging, he been getting pegged for 20 years plus, bro. You know the lengths people go to hide that shit? The lengths? Threatening lives and everything. Like, yo, you ever tell somebody that I'm out here getting pegged, you done. You think a man out there getting pegged is gonna allow a woman to just go around freely? Yeah, I'll be pegging this dude. You think so? You think Tank Davis? Look at his flow. Look at his attitude. Look at the way you seeing him on camera dragging chicks out. You think he gonna allow a chick to say that he getting pegged? Come on, bro. That man will murk a chick for saying that she drilling him with the 10-inch joint. Balls deep. The letter M. They did it since the 90s. How long did that take to come out the light? You see what I'm saying? They been doing it all them years. That shit took till 2020 something for it to come out. And you talk about, nah, it would have came out to the light. Nah, it wouldn't have came out to the light. Side, Tank favorite emoji. Mr. Phipps, this is hilarious. Gotta have a little fun, my peoples. Of course, we gotta have a little fun in the morning. Fellas, we got Tszyu and Spence incoming. Incoming fight, my peoples. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a showdown. Make it raw, Jake Stradamus. This disrespect the boxing guys are taking notice. Look at Spence versus Tszyu. It's about to go down. I have to call it how I see it, man. And it's not disrespect. It's not disrespect. You know why? Because I said it before. If I think Tank Davis may have a little sugar in his tank, if he does, I don't judge him for that. If he is getting pegged, that don't bother me at all. So where's the disrespect? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. Let him do him. Side, but backing arrow. Yeah, I seen that. And I like to see it. I like to see Terrence Crawford, showing love to Errol Spence. Look, in this case, the more skilled fighter is Errol Spence. He the most skilled fighter. But we gotta see how are things gonna play out. How does Spence react when he get hit with a hard shot? We have to see that. What if his punch resistance is out the window? What if he take one good shot and he's already wobbly? Because that's one thing about Timmy. Tszyu can stop you. If he hurt you and he smell blood, he got that killer instinct and he'll go after it. If Tszyu catches Spence with a shot and he wobbles him, he's going for the kill immediately. Immediately. So the only question mark is, how does Errol Spence react when he get caught with a good shot? Because he will, right? He's a better boxer than Tszyu. He'll be able to outbox him. But what happens when he get hit? We'll only know when it happens. Boxing Fanatical, of course, but wants Errol to win. The more Errol accomplishes from here on out, the better the Crawford win is. Shackle hands. If he get hit, side. Has Tim ever taken a sustained body attack? Yeah, Mortazalier was bashing his head in. And so was Fundora. Damn, I don't want to say it like that, But he took more headshot. He hasn't really I don't think he ever faced anyone that that is really consistent to the body like Errol Spence. I don't think he ever faced anybody like that. A body snatching type of opponent, nah. Teach, Spence and Tszyu, I don't know, man. One has been inactive for 3 years. One has been active. Side, question mark about Errol Spence. Is he going to be affected by the inactivity? By the way, my peoples, for those of you who know about this, let me tell the ones who don't know about this. Boxathon, my peoples. Last Thursday, I streamed from 9:30 in the morning to 9:30 at night. 12 hours straight. Calling fights. We called a bunch of great fights. Enjoy the sweet science for 12 straight hours. Some of you, before you went to work, you went in the show. While you were at work, you were in the show. And after you left work, you were still going in the show, commenting, enjoying the sweet science. So I appreciate everybody who showed love. But be ready, my peoples, because soon I will be announcing Boxathon 2. Another 12 hours of streaming on the way. So get ready for that, my peoples. It's gonna be crazy. Telling you ahead of time, Boxathon 2, I'm already working on it. Boxing Fanatical, he always look high. But I swear then, they've been extra red. The lunatic librarian, Tim straight right hand versus Errol Spence question marks. Side, Errol Jamaican. We always look high. Devin Ford. Good job, Jay Smith. Appreciate it, family. Pass the track. Ali had a tune-up before Joe won, right? Off the top of my head, I can't remember, honestly. Side Rasta Blood. Boxing Fanatical. Because y'all be smoking all day. Mr. Phipps, fire. The letter M. It's safe to say the 24-hour one is not happening. We don't want you exhausting yourself. 12 rounds, 12 hours is perfect. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm planning for a 24. I want to do one 24-hour one. I want to do one 24 hours straight. But the next one is going to be a boxathon just like the first one, 12 straight hours. But this time it's going to be 9 in the morning. It's going to kick off at 9 in the morning sharp until 9 o'clock at night. Make it work. I hope he doesn't have brain damage. Errol talks so slow for my comfortability. So let me say this. Let me say this about Errol's speech that I've noticed. It's a combination of two things. It's not just that he talks slow. It's also that he has that Texas accent. And Texas people talk slow. There's people in regions of Texas that they talk slow. Even if you look at the Charlos talking, the Charlos don't talk fast. So it's a combination of that too. The letter M, Spence is now saying it's his teeth. His teeth affect his talking too. Shackle hands. Jason not stream. Yo, I actually got myself a Kick profile. And I want to start streaming for Kick. Like streaming throughout the day, just talking shit. Yo, you never know. I might be Jason not on the way. Pass the track. You'll be hallucinating after 24 hours, Jay. You'll be seeing Sugar Ray Leonard. Looking at Sugar Robinson. Now, it'll finish at 24 hours. It'll be exactly 24 hours. That one is going to get done. Now, because look. When I do the 24-hour stream, right, I'm actually going to have a little refrigerator right there. So my water's going to be right there. All my hydration, my juice, my desserts, I'm going to have the food close by. I'm going to have everything set up so that I could go for 12 straight hours with y'all. It's going to be crazy. Gonna be crazy. My peoples, hold on, listen. Make your prediction, fellas. If this fight does happen, no, not if it does, it will happen. It's happening. Who do you got? So let me say this about Adrian Broner, Teach. I'm gonna address Adrian Broner. Dean the Great is making a mistake, a big mistake with him. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Dean the Great is young. He's a young kid in his 20s. He wanna help out. He wanna put AB on. He wanna be a good guy. And he see AB as probably somebody, this a good dude. He just fucked up in the head right now. He messed up in the game. I want to put him back on. Right? I want to get him back going. Right? And you see Dean the Great helping him. But eventually, Dean the Great is not going to be able to take it no more. He's going to end up walking away. Remember that I told you this. So he's not actually helping AB like he thinks. He's actually fucking him up. You know why? Because he's helping him make money. And what you think AB do with his money? Have you not seen him? When you see him on video, how he looking? What do you think a drug addict do when you put money in his hand? Drugs. What you think an alcoholic do when you put alcohol in his hand? Liquor. So AB is not in a state of mind to make money. He's in a state of mind to get help. You see, if Dean the Great really wanted to help him, he should have took his ass to a rehab. Take him to a 6-month in-house joint. And then when you get out in 6 months, look, do your 6 months in the rehab. And when you get out, we're going to have a deal waiting for you. As soon as you get out, I'm going to have a deal. You're going to make your money right away. But first, you help fix him up here before you help him make money. Because if you come out of rehab and now his mind is right, now he got a little deal, he got a little money coming in, he could build from that. But you didn't give him nothing to build off of. You still left him being the same AB that's getting drunk, that's getting high, that's acting like a dummy out there, that's embarrassing himself. Here, now, let me help you make money. What the fuck you think he gonna do with that money? So you have Dean the Great is too young to understand this. I wish I could send him this video. And this is what I would tell him, bro. When somebody's fucked up like that, you gotta help them in the head first. You gotta help them fix themselves over here. You don't fix nobody by giving them money and by giving them gifts. You don't fix them like that. You just give them the ability to do more of what they want to do. That's all you're doing. So ultimately, this is gonna turn into a downfall. You're gonna see AB making a little money off a kick or for whatever Dean helping him with. He's gonna start getting high. He's gonna start wilding out, acting crazy with the women, and eventually Dean gonna be like, I can't take it no more. I tried. But you took the wrong direction when you tried, brother. Fix people up here first. You can't take a drug addict and think you're going to fix them by giving them money. It doesn't work. Pass the track. Shot, if your boy, you don't give up on them, my man. Try and tackle the early and go be there for them. Otherwise, he could die. So here's the problem with that pass the track. And this is very important to understand in life. Because this is life, what I'm about to tell you. If you my boy and you AB, I could try to help you today. I could try to help you tomorrow. I could try to help you the next day. But guess what, Pastor Track? Eventually, I got my own problems, my guy. I got my own life going on. I got a 4-year-old. One day that 4-year-old may need to go to the hospital because he's sick. I might need to go to school because he got into a fight with another little boy. I gotta be a father. So it'll be a point where I'm sorry, my G. I try helping you, but if you're gonna keep doing the same things, your problems cannot become my problems, homie. That's it. I did what I could do. But if you think because I'm your friend, I'ma just keep coming in to save you, and I'ma just keep coming in to save you, you know what happened with people like that? They personal life get fucked up. The friends who got friends like Broner, nah, I'ma keep saving them. I'ma keep saving them. Now you got your own shorty cheating on you because she tired of you chasing this nigga around. Now you got your own kids fucking up in their personal life because you're not there for them. You too busy helping this nigga around. Nah, my guy. Somebody else's problems cannot become your problems, because when they do that, they fuck up your life. And I personally see it. I seen people personal life go downhill because they trying to help somebody else who's taking themselves down. So you gotta understand, if you're going through a slump, I could try to help you, but it's only gonna be so many times I'm gonna try until I'm like, wait a minute. Right now you don't got a slump going on. You got a lifestyle going on. I'm not part of that lifestyle, homie. Do you? I'll give you an example. I had a music studio in my house. And in my music studio, a lot of rappers, local rappers, used to come over to record songs and shit like that. Even a few famous people came to my studio and recorded music, right? There was this dude that used to come to my studio and help me out. So I used to pay him, right? He would come to my studio and I'll be like, clean that up, move this around, little things here and there. And I used to pay him, right? Cool. This dude started smoking crack. Became a full-blown crackhead. So when I seen that, that's it, this dude's a crackhead, a couple of times I seen him, I was like, yo, here, get yourself something to eat. Cool, a couple of times. But it's already been 10 years. No, it's been like 14 years, 15 years. Matter of fact, no. Let me go further back. The music studio that I had in my house, I closed it like 17 years ago. And this dude today is still a crackhead. You telling me I should have been supporting his bullshit for the last 17 years? I should have been taking care of him for the last 17 years because all he want to do is smoke crack now? So that's why you have to understand, no matter how close you are with somebody and how cool you are with somebody, it's only so much you can help them. It's only up to a certain point. What do you think about the people who don't even take a phone call from AB right now? You don't think they helped them already? You don't think Tank Davis giving AB cash a bunch of times? Cash, boom, 50K, 20K, 10K, another 50. You don't think Tank tired of giving that nigga money? And other famous people that he know already gave him money. So that's it. AB's at a point where there's famous people that he know that if he call them, they don't even pick up the phone. And you might be like, damn, that's wrong. Why they don't pick up the phone? Well, guess what? That dude that I told you that he a crackhead, I was with him at like that too. That's it, because it got to a point where like, damn, this nigga been in the street stealing around, robbing people, doing crazy shit for the last 5 years. And he calling me. Nah, buddy, don't be calling me. You crazy? I'm not a fucking criminal. I'm a father of a 4-year-old son that I take to his elementary school every day and I pick him up every day. That's the lifestyle that I live. So again, my peoples, because that's another mistake people make. Just because we known each other since we was little doesn't mean that I'm going to have your back your whole life when you fucking up. If you a fuck up, At one point, this is what you're going to see from me. Turning my back on your ass. I'm going to try to help you, but I'm not going to sink myself in the process trying to help you. The letter M, AB has burned a lot of bridges off of ego. AB, he put himself in a bad situation. And look at his gut. Look at his gut, bro. AB's gut is all the way out here. He looked like he 8 months pregnant. It's embarrassing. Poor AB doesn't even know how to have a normal interaction with women. He don't even know how to have a normal interaction. He don't know how to sit down and have conversations with women. AB be like, yo, what's up? You think we could do something? You think we could go? Like, what the fuck, bro? This man talk to every woman like he think every single girl is a $10 whore. Like, bro, calm the fuck down. Chill. So you got to fix him up here before you could put him to make all this money. Or you guys know what he's going to do with that money. That's the reality. Not everybody, but most of us have met people that got issues with drugs. And most of us know what people with those issues do the moment they get a little money. What they do, go get high. That's why you see rich people who OD all the time, because you got all the money in the world. You can get all the drugs that you want. Pass a track. I know, Jay, this stuff hits really close to home. I've been through all that. Come on, a lot of us seen it. A lot of us seen it, and a lot of us know people like that. And what you have to understand, bro, that at this point, AB has been fucked up in the game for how long already? For how long has AB been rolling around embarrassing himself? It's been years and years and years. It's tough in real life. And look, let me tell you like this. The toughest part is that most people that are in AB's condition without help, they never change. They never turn it around on their own. There is no such thing. AB's delusional. You guys didn't see the videos of him telling girls, I make millions. I make my millions. Motherfucker, you broke. When is the last time you fought for that much money? AB gonna be, if AB make it to 90 years old, he gonna be with a little cane in the hood. I make my own millions. Come on, man. Bro need help. Badly. Badly, my people. Pass a track. Yeah, I was saying, instead of the cash, send him to an excellent rehab. You see, that would have been perfect. But you know what's the problem? If they send him to rehab, they're not making money off of that. They making the money off of streaming and making him look like a dummy on camera. That's how they making the real money. So we acting like we're your friends, but in reality, we exploiting you. When we done with you, we're gonna kick you to the side. And be one of those people that might end up in the streets, or might end up with somebody have to take care of him because he can't take care of himself. Like some sad shit. It's what I see happening over here. That's the reality. I've seen this story play out many times over and over. And most of us already seen it. The letter M. Fake hiding liquor so he can find it. They using him low key. I'm telling you. They using AB to the fullest. And making it feel like they his friends. Making it feel like... Let me give you an example so you can see they're using them. You don't remember Dean the Great was supposedly always drunk in them Rampage Jackson videos? Y'all remember that? Dean was always supposedly, and Rampage Jackson, oh, come on, get your shit together. Now Dean the Great be the one telling AB to come down. Look at that. The same way Rampage had Dean like a little mascot in his stream for a few days, now Dean the Great got AB like a little mascot and getting him supposedly his own kick. But AB's like the mascot of the stream. So you don't see Dean making a fool of himself. You don't see Dean. Now, in this dream that is his joint, AB's the fool. AB's the goofball. AB, you see Dean the Great being the cool guy from the girls. Being the cool guy for the girls. And telling people, yo, calm down. Yo, these girls, they not that type of girl. Yo, you gotta be easy. Now Dean is the cool, the smooth guy. And AB is the buffoon. That's how they got him right now in this dream. The letter M. Yeah, now Dean passed it to AB. It's like a script, Jay. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. The only problem is with AB is not a script. They playing them. They using them. It's like when we all laughing and we all laughing at you and you laughing with us, you think we all laughing together. That's what they doing with AB. Because he not playing a script. He being himself. They exposing him and making him look bad in every stream, bro. Make you rock. Ain't gonna lie. If I pay for a chick, she better give me my money back if I don't get a kiss. But AB broke, bro. He didn't pay for shit. He broke, my G. Did you not see him asking for money for an Uber? Why he pay that chick? He can't afford none of them chicks, bro. Them chicks, don't look, the chicks that you seen in them streams, I seen them talking in the background. Them is the type of chicks that's charging dudes two grand a pop, bro. 2 grand and 5 grand. Chicks that have screwed with people for even 10 grand. Those ain't the chicks that you're gonna give $100 to, bro. AB tried to say $150 to a chick. She looked at him like, huh? For who? She just laughed. Like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? The letter M. Bro, AB sent her $500 and then wanted it back, yelling. Damn it for feeding him liquor. That's what they doing. They doing it on purpose. African. The Charlo brothers were entertaining. Look. I've seen one of them training recently. I think it's more Charlo that's training with Ronnie Shields right now. I'm not sure which one of the 2 Charlos, but I think it's Jamal that got Ronnie Shields in his team. And it looks like both of them have been trying to make it happen, trying to come back. I want to see the Charlos fight, my people. The Charlo brothers, the one thing about them is that they're exciting. Every time they step in the ring, you know the type of fight that you're going to get. So the Charlo brothers are good for boxing. Even though they've been inactive, I want to see them come back. I want to see them fight. Let's get it, Jamal, stop playing, man. Stop playing. Get back on your Lions only shit. Make you roar. The Charlo's time has passed. You don't know that yet. I'm going to remind you, Jamal Charlo was undisputed champion at 154. He never lost that. None of the champions at 154 beat him for that. He never lost his belt in the ring to nobody. MS Munguia versus any Charlo. I like those fights. I like it. The letter M is Jermel. Jermel is training with Shields. Oh. You see? So there you have it. Jermel Charlo with Ronnie Shields. That suggests he got them intentions of coming back and going to the highest level. Mickey Rourke. Last I saw any Charlo, he was getting beat up. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez beat him up. Beat him up. Shackle hands. Kittens only. Whoa. Kittens only. Damn. Hold on. Since you say that, my man said kittens only. Hold on, my peoples. We may have a sighting from Jamal Charlo and Jamal. Oh, look at Jamal and Jamal right here, my peoples. Look at Jamal. Look at Jamal right there. And look at Jamal. Oh, my peoples. Jamal Charlo. What are you doing, Jamal? Oh, and look at Jamal all the way over there hiding. My peoples. There you have it. You saw the Charlo. There you have it, my people. Oh, look at your mom, my peoples. And look at your mouth. They shook right now, but they training. I hear that they ain't training camp, my peoples. They saw the Charlo brothers. Fellas, I'm about to end the episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I wanted the Charlo brothers to make a little cameo in this show. Want to say salute to everybody who tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. And of course, as usual, I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in. By the way, I will go live later again today to give you some updates, talk a little bit more boxing. So at lunchtime, get ready, my peoples. At lunchtime, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk a little bit more boxing. One love once again to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to see you later on, man. We out.